Hey guys, Cool Breeze here again. I just want to do a quick video on my Froup Stove. I've been getting a lot of, not a lot of comments on my Froup Stove, but I've been getting a lot of messages in my inbox, surprisingly, and people asking different questions about this. But this is pretty much a wood burning stove, and I've done some like outside burn tests on it, and it's still a work in progress, obviously. You can go to Hiram Cook's video and figure out exactly how he made his, but I just kind of wanted to show, you know, there's lots of different variables in this. You can make the holes different size, and I don't even remember exactly what size holes I cut, but I just wanted to show you. The reason it's called a Froup Stove is because it uses two different types of cans. It uses a fruit can and a soup can as the different types of cans, but to combine, they call it, Hiram started calling it a Froup, fruit and soup stove. But pretty much I took the fruit can and I cut the bottom out. It was fairly easy to do. On this can itself, I used a can opener that doesn't, the one that presses out the bottom, and I took the bottom out, and then I drilled fairly decently large holes on the bottom only of this can. Okay, so that's what she looks like right there. Then on the soup can, you leave the bottom intact on the soup can, and I drilled larger holes in the bottom and then the smaller holes in the top. I'm sure you can see that. Now both these halves have been actually used in the stove. So this one, you're seeing a little bit of rust and you're seeing burn marks in the actual stove. That's because it's actually been used to burn wood in it. And this is obviously where you would put your wood, your fuel, the wood in here. And then, obviously you're going to need something to get it going, whether you put little pieces of paper in it or you use alcohol or whatever you're going to use to, ignite the stove to get the wood burning. But the cool thing about these two cans is, if you go to Hiram's video and you look at, he'll have a full explanation of which cans to use. But the reason you use these specific cans is because they fit together just like that. And if you look, they're almost perfect seal on the top, so it's kind of cool the way they just fit together. And then you can see on the bottom, the one bottom's removed, and you can see the bottom of the other stove. The reason you do that is because air will come in here, and then it's forced through both the bottom and the top jets on the other can, and then it helps burn the wood in the actual stove. And I'm not like real technical about that. That's kind of oversimplifying, but that's kind of the way that it works. And in my test with this stove, it's really cool. It really does work. You can look inside the stove and you can see the jets pretty good inside it, where they're coming out, where the air is being superheated and it's coming out just like a jet on a stove. Is kind of cool. And then the windscreen, the pot stand. The pot stand, obviously fits exactly perfectly in the groove at the top of the can also. So goes in just like that, and now you've got a stable, as long as you're on a fairly level ground. Doesn't have to be perfectly level, but this is a pretty stable platform for you to be able to put a pot on. And then when you're done, I simply lift this out, and then it actually stows, or can stow. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but as you can see, there's the pot stand. If you work it just right. Again, this is obviously, I've never practiced this, but you can stow it in the bottom of the stove, just like so. Now you can kind of see in there. Now, I will say this, it's, anytime you're burning wood, anytime you're making a fire, period, you run the risk of it going out or not being able to get, dry wood, whatever it is. And obviously you can take it just like this, and you can take your chances, and there's lots of skills, wilderness skills that you can use as a use around. But one of the other kind of cool things that I found out is that here's my cat can stove that Andrew Skirka has on his website, and I've made quite a few of these stoves. That's kind of the neat thing. They're extremely cheap. You know, I think he said something about he made his for under $3, and that's including getting a hole punch for it. I know the cans are, you know, right now you can get these cans from anywhere from 30 to like 80 cents. And you can make these literally all day long, and they're super easy to make. I've got a video on how to make them, or not how to make it, but on some of the burn tests. And then if you want to find out how to make it, you can go to Andrew Skirka, his website, and just andrewskirka.com, I believe is what it is. And you can, they're real simple, real easy. But anyway, the reason I'm talking about this stove is because I figured out that you can place it right at the top of that other stove. Now, obviously, I wouldn't burn with it like that because you know, there's no place for the jets to come out. But what I'm saying is it'd be an easy, compact way to take this stove along with you also, just like that. And you could bring an alcohol stove along with you, and this thing's like weighs like I forget what it is, but it's very lightweight. It's like it's definitely less than an ounce, like 0.3 ounces, I think, is what this weighs. 0.3, 0.4 maybe ounce. So that's 0.3, 0.4 ounce. So anyway, it was just an idea if you wanted to take a backup with you or whatever, just an idea if that would work. But anyway, as always, that's all I've got for this one. So if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, just place them down in the comment box at the bottom, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks.